We are recording.
I don't know how long my light's going to last because the sun is setting. So
I was going to say you're like.
Let's make it quick.
So you have great light? Oh man,
Chop,
my
chop.
eyes are itching all of a sudden today.
So how's everybody?
I'm great.
Yeah.
Just ducky.
Jay's, for those of you who aren't watching the video, Jay's rocking the wife beater tonight.
It's hot.
It is hot.
Today.
I'm also kind of schwitzing.
Now I feel underdressed. Thank you, Alan. now my anxiety is going to kick in.
Jay needs a cat T-shirt too. Alan has a cat T-shirt. I have a cat T-shirt.
I don't have a cat
hair. I think I have my cat hair in my eye. Actually,
but I may have a Kalashnikov kitty somewhere. What are the illegal ones?
Ooh, that would work.
I also have a Kalashnikov kitty. Why is it illegal?
It was unauthorized.
Yeah. Yeah, like that matters.
Actually, I found it in my giant bin of T-shirts, and I thought I should give this to somebody. Like
or you could wear it.
I could wear it. Yes, but I don't know. Some little girl might like it. Are you reading my shirt?
I'm reading your shirt. Yes, I thought you said I ate this. I thought it said I ate this human. I was like, whoa, that's a little dark, but
well, not that they wouldn't, but it says I found this humerus, and the cat is holding a bone, which is a humerus bone.
Hurt.
That's a dad joke.
It is.
It is.
That is a very dad joke. It's funny you mentioned T-shirts, Brita, because we've got like a running war in my house over who has more of which T-shirt. My daughter with band T-shirts or me with gun company related T-shirts.
Have you ever sat down and counted?
We have not, because we both have like a zillion. And like I could probably, there's more downstairs in a tote. And several in, packed away in different things, and it would be time intensive. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I always get to her by saying, "If mine were free," she's like, "Shut up."
Well, it counts.
Yeah.
I have a show and tell.
Ooh, me too.
Do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait?
No. We'll wait. We have lots to talk about.
We do the show and tell at the end, so people stay tuned the whole time.
No one stays tuned.
Is that why we do it? They can just skip ahead, right?
And join us on Locals. Damn it.
That's right.
God.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
I have not put mine on my car because I have to clean my car. My car is very dirty. It's gray. It's no longer black. It's gray.
They're good stickers. The new stickers.
They're awesome.
I wish I could show you it on my Jeep, but it's you can see it through the paper. It doesn't really do it justice. I wonder if I can.
Don't unstick
it.
Because
I can't show it to you. Well, I showed it to you on something. I think I have one on here.
It's a red squirrel. It looks like the logo.
Oh yeah, I have one on here.
Like
there you go.
The one that's up in the corner.
I know. It's exactly like
it's the minimalist squirrel.
Yeah.
But it looks awesome on
everything.
Cars and windows and whatnot. And you can get one for free.
It's the best kind of sticker.
All you have to do is join Locals.
If Locals ask you for money, do not give them money.
Don't pay them money because we don't want your money. We all make enough money. We do this for fun, not profit.
Speak for yourself.
And well, we still do the show for fun and not profit.
Yes. There's no profit. There's loss, isn't there?
The locals thing is really for if we get kicked off of Facebook. That's really the only reason.
Which I want to mention for those of our listeners or watchers now that are part of the Facebook group. I keep getting notices from Facebook, and I get they tattletale on you and tell me, all sorts of stuff like the fact checker says this isn't true and blah blah blah, and
Right.
you're spreading disinformation. I mean, the whole thing is, honestly, it's super Orwellian. It's creepy as heck to me. Like,
yes, it is.
Especially like, when you look into the whole fact checking thing, it's fake fact checking.
Yeah,
it's all bullshit.
Because the stories that they fact check your post against are not true. So there's like this whole cycle of, anyway.
Right.
I'm not going to tell anybody to be careful what they post on the Score Report page, because I have gotten busted by the Score Report by Facebook a number of times by stuff I posted. You know what? Shit happens. And I don't know.
Well, bottom line is we could, it's not like we don't expect to get kicked off of Facebook, but it could happen. And if it does, the locals is like our fallback. But in order to post videos there, the full video and not just a link to a YouTube video, which we might also get kicked off of,
oh God.
you have to have at least 100 people. So that's why I really would like y'all to, I think we're up to like 70, 69, 70, something like that. But just a few more.
Yeah.
So close.
Yeah. But anyway, you do that. Join locals. Don't give them any money. Apparently locals, sorry.
Mute. Thank you.
Locals, if you don't pay them money, you can't actually message me in locals. I think until once we get over 100, that may go away. But anyway, it's ridiculous. Anyway, go join locals, then message me in Facebook.
Yeah.
Don't try to be my friend, because
Alan doesn't do that.
I don't do that. But you can message me without trying to be my friend. And that sounds really bad.
This is such a welcoming show.
No,
message me, but don't be my friend.
It's just I do all my interaction on the Score Report group.
Yeah.
I almost never, for the 3 people that I'm still friends with on Facebook that aren't my family, I almost never post anything on my personal page. Everything goes in the Score Report group that's interesting. So anyway, message me. We'll send you a free sticker, and they're really cool. Britta's looks awesome on her car.
My new car. Yes.
The red goes with the blue really
nice.
good.
Goes with everything. Really does.
Yep, it does.
Let me just say, too, as the resident extrovert, that if you have sent me a friend request through the Score, because of the Score Report, and I haven't accepted it, it's because I don't know who you are. So drop me a note. I have all these friend requests, and I'm like, I've never heard of this person. And if it's somebody who's like, hey, I listen to you on the Score Report, just tell me. I'll prove that. That's cool.
Jay will be your friend even if I won't.
That's right, because I'm like that.
Yeah,
it's that
Jay's
constant search for approval.
And his wife beater.
And my shaved head and goatee, because I'm bald. So.
Yep.
Are you really?
It's hard to believe, but I can. Do a one-on-one interview with Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
You are brown.
Because I'm a brown person.
Alan is also brown.
That's right.
I'm not just brown. I'm black.
I am not.
It's one of those.
I mean, you can tell, like, looking at the screen. Jay's brown, Alan's brown, Britta's like blinding white.
Who's the Irish one? Let's take a guess.
That's right.
I'm dumbfounded. I really am. I'm trying to imagine a Republican mayor saying, I'm only going to give interviews to white people.
White people. It's called racism.
Exactly.
But you know what the funny thing is? I'm playing with my show and tell. Lori Lightfoot is married to a white woman. So
her wife couldn't give her a one-on-one interview.
I guess not.
Oh. Now, I'm going to give props to the Chicago Tribune, because they actually canceled an interview with her over this policy. They're like,
Good.
yeah, no.
Good.
You know, she claims she's doing it to raise awareness, blah, blah. And like, okay, that's great. It's raising awareness that you're a racist.
Right.
But you know, it's okay when they do it. That's like that should be like the little subtitle on the Democratic Party. It's okay
when they do it.
when we do it.
Right.
Yeah. Riot, burning stuff. That's all fine.
Or be the president of the United States and threaten to murder a reporter.
I could not believe
the press
that.
threw a week to month-long shit fit because Trump revoked Jim Acosta's press credentials. You know, after he literally assaulted the press secretary, yanked his credentials, and the press lost their fucking minds.
Right.
I mean, this was the greatest assault. This president thinks he's a dictator. Blah, 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 blah. Biden says, oh, sure, you can ask me that question if you're standing in front of the truck as I drive away.
Wow.
And the press is like,
wow.
No, there's no double standard there, folks. Alan's playing with the orientation and it's messing me up, man.
Just thought I'd give it a try.
Don't take the brown acid, man. There's something wrong with it.
That's
I mean, that's been an excuse for Joe Biden for the longest time. Oh, he's joking. He's joking.
Right. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure? Exactly.
Well, I mean, Joe Biden isn't himself sure anymore of anything. So.
Did you see the fake driving thing?
No, I try not to watch shit anymore. Is it Joe Biden driving a truck?
Yes.
Or not?
That has been debunked.
Okay.
And I guarantee you that is to cover up the comments to the reporter.
Oh.
Because that, you make it about, oh, those Republicans, look, they said that it's fake. So they could easily slam dunk, no, it wasn't.
So,
and then everyone forgets that he threatened to murder a reporter.
What? Okay.
I'm gonna keep hammering
what happened?
this.
So what? Did he drive the truck or not? Yes. No.
Yeah. Yes.
Looked like he did.
It's
okay.
Again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's a photo op. Whether he drove it or the Secret Service had a second set of controls, it doesn't matter. It's a photo op. It doesn't matter. And that this is the distraction over another dumb thing Joe Biden said that a Republican would have been crucified for.
Right.
Right.
It's the fact checking. It's fact checking.
I think it's funny how you still can't question his mental competence. And the reporters won't even entertain that.
Yeah.
They just, and remember I'm pretty sure every single Republican president, probably since Reagan, including Reagan, had trotted out at least once where they were like, oh yeah, well, he's crazy. He needs to be, remember?
Go back to Nixon.
Well,
was George Bush crazy?
They said he was.
George W. Bush?
Or either.
Well, George W. Bush, remember, he was either stupid,
yes,
a puppet,
yes,
right,
or he was
Chimpy McHitler.
Chimpy McHitler, or he was a megalomaniac out to rule the world.
Right.
He was President Gumby. He was anything you wanted him to be. Oh, he's a drooling idiot who can't do anything.
Right.
Right.
Or he's a puppet being controlled by Dick Cheney, Halliburton, the Jewish space lasers. Who knows? Or it was he's making a false case to go to war so he can steal the oil.
Well,
which of course.
Remember when colluding with Russians was wrong?
Oh yes. Like a year ago.
6 months ago.
When they impeached Trump the first time.
Yeah.
6 months ago.
And now we're cutting sweet deals with Putin so that they don't invade the Ukraine.
Right. I just think it's funny. It's like
The Ukraine. Wait a minute. Didn't Hunter Biden do something in the Ukraine?
oh,
I mean, I'm sure he impregnated a bunch of strippers, but
oh man, that's probably true.
there's a bunch of 5-year-old kids over in the Ukraine right now going, "Who's my daddy?"
That's probably true.
my granddad's the president of the United States. Mine too. Do spadania, comrade.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, we're getting kicked off, folks. You kind of have to laugh because it's ridiculous.
Yes, it
You know, it is absolutely ridiculous, and I understand. You know, there's like talk about, you know, oh, the Arizona recount. I'm like, just stop.
What's going to happen?
Nothing's going
Nothing.
to happen.
Right.
You know, you sound like the idiots who are like, you know, oh well, if Trump gets impeached, then Hillary Clinton becomes president. It's not going to happen. They're not going to come across concrete evidence.
Well, even if they do, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you'd never hear about it for starters.
well, yeah.
Because it would be a constitutional crisis unlike that which we have ever seen.
Right. Nobody wants to go there.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Exactly. You remember, we didn't remove Bill Clinton from office because you don't remove a popular president when the economy's doing good.
Yeah.
You know, a guy who clearly had committed high crimes and misdemeanors. He specifically lied in court, not about sex. It wasn't about, it had nothing to do with the
Right.
sex. It was lying
No.
in court to deny an American citizen their due process.
right.
Very-
Well,
you know,
that was just the beginning of impeachment as a political tool.
right.
Because that was the impeachment where what actually happened didn't matter. All that
Right.
mattered was the Democrats weren't going to vote to impeach him,
Right.
no matter what.
Oh, and we were treated to endless treatises about how this was abusing the process.
Right.
How
And
we
then-
can't believe the Republicans would put the country through this. Remember that? I remember
yeah.
that. It was on TV.
Yeah.
It was on
Yeah.
CNN for fucking weeks.
Right.
How can
And
the
then,
Republicans do
and-
this? They're dragging the country through the mud. Blah, 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 blah. Democrats impeached Trump twice.
for purely political.
Remember the second time in a week.
Right.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
week.
Come on.
They were
Impeachment
rushing.
means nothing now. You
Right.
know.
Right. Until, like, let's say by some miracle, the Republicans take back the House and the Senate next year and immediately introduce articles of impeachment against Joe Biden. I guarantee you this would be the greatest constitutional crisis in history. The Republicans are only doing this and they're doing this revenge.
What?
I
would
guarantee
their
you it would not be
case be?
treated.
What would it be?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Obviously.
Hunter
Yeah.
Biden. That's
It could
that
be.
would
It
my
could be.
case.
It could be anything
has-
because the Democrats proved that you don't need a real reason to impeach the president.
Exactly.
You just make up
You
some
need a
bullshit,
majority.
and then
All
if
you need
you
is
got
a
the majority, you
And
got
just recently it came out like this past week. Was it this past week? The Steele dossier, all fake.
Oh yeah.
I thought that came out like
No.
Weird.
But
Yeah.
like it was confirmed this
Oh.
week. Oh yeah. Sorry. It
Oh, yeah.
was
imagine
yeah,
that.
all fake.
For
I think
those
Trump
that
should
don't
sue somebody.
for those who don't remember, that was the entire basis of the investigation and the first impeachment trial.
Mhm.
Russia,
Was
Russia,
that, this
Russia.
dossier proved he'd colluded with the Russians.
Yeah,
Except,
Right.
they made it all up.
it was all fake.
Well, they just came out. I mean, the FBI. What did we just learn about one of the former heads of the FBI, Louis Freeh?
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Donated
$100,000
$100,000. Yeah.
To what?
To the,
What?
to the Biden grandkids, which I
Yeah.
had to ask, does that
Wait.
include the stripper's baby?
I bet the
Wait,
stripper
no,
baby
no,
is
wait,
not a
wait.
recipient of the Biden Family Trust Fund.
Okay.
Yeah, 100. First of all, the fuck are they paying the director of the FBI? He's got 100 grand.
But he did
flying
that.
around.
He didn't do that recently. He did it
No, it was
he did it
16.
like 2016.
While Biden was still the vice president.
I'm totally
Right.
confused. Like, you can
Right
donate
there's an
money to
impeachable
some of
offense.
these grandkids.
It's called
Sure,
a
what?
bribe. It's called a
Well, I know
bribe.
what it's called,
You
but
know?
like, what is the?
I
That's
hope
so
that we
strange.
can continue to do, or well, I hope that we can do business. I look forward
Yeah,
to doing.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, here's $100,000 in a trust fund for your kids.
Wow.
Which, you know, to me,
Yeah.
that's cheap. That's really fucking cheap. If
Well,
Joe
also,
Biden is
like, Joe
selling out the
Biden's a
country-
multimillionaire. Like $100,000. Like, who cares, right?
You
You're
know,
trying to get a
but
$10 bill and a winter coat.
100,000 here and 100,000 there, and pretty soon you're a multimillionaire, right?
Yeah.
Pretty soon you can keep 100 in
If
fresh
you think
hookers.
if you think this was the only person donating $100,000 to the Bidens, you know, guess what? There was
You know,
probably
and the story
thousands of people
Wow.
doing it.
the
Wow.
story was broken by the Daily Mail in the UK.
Right.
You know, because doing
Wow.
the journalism that American journalists won't do. Remember, this is the same media that found a fucking audio clip of Donald Trump from 2005 to a personal friend
Yeah.
during the campaign trail. And they, you know, couldn't find this information on Joe Biden.
Right.
Yeah.
The media is the enemy.
I've been saying that for years, Jay.
Plain and simple.
I've been saying it for years.
You know, I mean, at least Joe Biden's trying to do something about it. He's trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Because again, Joe Biden threatened to murder a reporter.
Yes, he did.
I'm okay with that.
Well, you know,
Well, I mean, yeah. But,
still
I mean, they
illegal, whether or not you're okay with it.
well, it depends. Were they in season? And did he have a tag?
Speaking of, totally off subject. I found a deer in my backyard yesterday.
You've got the dumbest deer breed.
Oh my God. I have to tell this story because it is the
Deer shark.
dumbest fucking deer I have. I mean, the deer around here are pretty like placid, and because they're suburban deer, they just wander around eating everybody's garden, right? But like, I was at home yesterday and I was like getting warm in the house. I was like, oh, I'm going to go open the window. And I look out the window and there's a deer standing there eating out of my bird feeder. Literally not even 10 feet away from me.
Wow.
Okay.
He's gonna hunt deer with a brick.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Yeah. Yes. So I open the window and I shout at the deer through the screen and I'm like, hello, what are you doing? Like, go away. Like I'm shouting at the deer. And it's just like staring at me. I'm thinking, okay. And so I'm still like yelling at the deer. And then I thought, well, I'll open the screen so I can get a better picture of the deer. That's not through the screen. I open the screen and I'm like leaning out of the window at the deer, still yelling at the deer. Didn't move. Didn't move. Still hoovering out of my bird feeder. So I finally reached my arm out and banged the aluminum siding. And then it ran away.
Wow.
And I sent Alan the picture. What did you say? He said something like, get the deer, pounce on it like a tiger.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could have. I could have like just walked up to the deer and like slit his throat and it'd be over. Because it was the dumbest damn deer ever.
You could have killed it with an arrow and not even needed a bow.
Stab.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Mike said. He's like, we should get you a spear. I was like, I'm not kidding.
There you go.
Oh my God. It would just be like just the time that I'm like spearing the deer to death and the neighbor comes home and she's like,
Halberd.
oh, hello. What?
Halberd.
Self-defense. Self-defense.
He was coming right at me.
He was
God.
totally self-defense.
There I was,
just was
out in my
like-
garden.
I have worked really hard on my garden this year. I've started everything from
And-
seeds.
And you
And
got a
honest
great
to
tree.
God-
You could have hoisted it up to clean it. I mean,
Not how
You-
big are these deer, Brita?
Decent sized deer-sized deer.
You know they make 35 caliber air guns.
hey.
Just saying.
Well, I'm just worried about my tomatoes.
Pop. And then venison. Step
Well-
one, air gun.
My neighbor friend, she's convinced that the deer is pregnant and looking for a place to have her baby.
Well, that would be fun.
Veal?
Bye. Like move your ass along, pack your bags. Not in my yard, honey. You know.
I heard baby deer are delicious.
They taste just like Bambi.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure they are. You know. Suckling pig, suckling deer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Haven't had time for their muscles to get.
But of course, the deer came back later in the afternoon.
It's like there's all this free food there.
Stupid deer. That's
Hello, dumb deer.
It was trying to eat out of the bird feeder.
No natural predators. That's the thing.
Yeah, seriously.
I bet the cat, Hazel, the neighborhood cat, she's probably looking at that deer going, I could take that deer.
I was like, just 20 pounds heavier, man. That deer would be yummy.
I could take it.
Yeah, she probably would try, actually.
I could take it.
So, Alan, we
Frida.
didn't ask you about your big adventure.
That's right. Alan went topless, folks.
Which
Topless at the beach. Which not as exciting in Alan's case as it would be maybe for me. But
yeah. It was the beach. You know, what can I say?
yeah. Go on.
So they're not mud crickets at the beach, are they?
They're sand
Sand
crabs.
fleas? Sand crabs.
I don't,
Wow.
I don't. No. No. It is the first time I ever stayed in a beach house, though. So that was fun. And, you know.
Tell us about your experience.
It's right on the beach. Not just. This is the,
How many Jeeps do you think showed up?
Oh, thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah. It was thousands. Easy.
Wow.
And we were like half a mile from the big woo-woo crowd. So
Big woo-woo crowd?
yeah, they had a DJ and a bunch of drunk people going woo, you know.
Now I have to ask, okay, is it all Wranglers, or do you get like the occasional, like, you know, Grand Cherokee?
Oh,
it's,
you know,
topless.
Well, good. Sunroof.
Unless you can take your top off, you don't get to come.
So
play.
what you're saying is you're exclusionary.
Well, we allow, you know, Jeeps.
Yeah. Oh, but
Doesn't
only
have to be-
Wranglers.
Doesn't have to be a Wrangler. It could be a CJ.
Oh, it could be a Gladiator. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a Gladiator. Yeah.
what about those? What is the name of the Jeep truck now?
It's a Gladiator.
That's a Gladiator?
Yeah.
I keep seeing them around here. They're really odd looking.
They're really, they don't look good. I think we came up with a, you know, the proportion, the size of the tire you need in order to make it look good increases as the size of the vehicle increases. So a 2-door Jeep on 35s looks pretty good. A 4-door Jeep, you need minimum 37s, and a Gladiator, you need minimum 40s before it starts looking decent. And then, you know,
That may be the most Texan thing I've ever heard you say, Alan.
what?
You're explaining the tire to vehicle size ratio.
Yeah, it's critical. If you don't,
What
you know,
about-
how many
what about-
times have you seen like a really nice looking pickup truck, but it's on those little bitty wheels and it just looks stupid?
That does not bother me as much as the ones going down the road like this.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
why did you do that? I think it's called squatting, where the ass end of the truck sits lower than the front end. It's not good for towing. It's not good for traction. It's not good for anything except looking like a moron.
Yeah, if they're towing doing that, they got too much tongue weight.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's a different type of idiocy. You know, if you're doing this because you're towing something, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
But if your truck is going down the road like this normally, no.
Something wrong with your suspension.
And if anybody out there in Squirrel Land has a truck like this, don't.
Yeah.
You look like an idiot.
Yeah.
The other thing, well, since we're on the subject of cars, and I apologize, Brita,
Yeah, sorry,
It's
Brita.
okay.
but there's a thing, and I'm sure it's not just Houston, but there's a fashion in Houston with the hubcaps that stick out like 2 feet.
Oh, yeah. I always think of those
So, like,
are like
Ben
Mad
Hur's
Max.
chariot. You know?
Yes,
Mad
yes.
Max. Yeah. Ben-Hur.
And
Mad
I've seen so many cars like that, and it's like,
Well, I can see in Houston traffic how you might want a little self-defense. I'm just saying.
but you can't exceed 8 feet in width,
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of these cars are really exceeding 80.
See, I don't like anything that sticks out beyond the car anyway because I've had a tow hitch. And we know what tow hitches do to shins.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah,
Anyone that's ever towed anything knows the pain I'm talking about.
I went out and camped out at it didn't camp out. I had a beach
In a
house.
beach house, yeah. It's not camping out, Alan.
Good air conditioning.
Had air conditioning, so it was okay.
There is no set of circumstances in which
We-
camping out in a beach house
We ate
with
pretty
air
good.
conditioning.
It was nice though, because like I said, I've never even stayed in a beach house. I've never,
Isn't that
I've never
tale?
even
Yeah.
been there, and it's really nice. You go out to the beach, and then you can come back, and then you can go out, and come back, and go out and come back.
You don't
And
have
you
to
don't
haul
have to-
everything.
You don't have to eat lunch with sand in your sandwich. You could go back to the beach house and eat lunch at a table like a civilized human. Hey,
the
cat.
The campground we used to stay at when we lived up in Mass was like that. It was a state beach. It was a state-owned campground attached to a state beach,
Mhm.
but you could just walk from your camper out to the beach. And
Nice.
not quite. You're not right on the beach, but you're definitely close enough. So you could do that. You could go
Sorry.
down. There's just cat. Tonight the role of Brita will be played by Ty.
Bree's been replaced by a cat.
Oh no. I was gonna step on the keyboard. All right.
And then the entire
right.
squirrel report was deleted.
Okay.
You know what? Cat butt.
It's a cat thing.
Yep.
All right.
That's
Let's-
okay.
Okay.
It interrupted car talk. It stopped car talk. So
Apparently, he
But-
needs some attention.
yes. But beach talk. So that's good.
Yeah.
Time on the beach is always good.
It is.
Now, is this the Gulf Coast or was this like a lake?
It is. It was Surfside Beach on the coast, just south of Galveston Island. Yep. So
What's the water temperature like there, Alan? I'm very curious. Coming from New England,
it is bathwater warm.
Ah,
where it's
nice.
like you're lucky if it gets into the mid 60s in the middle of the summer.
In the dead of winter, the water temperature averages about 60 degrees.
Oh, wow.
In the summer, it can get up to like 85.
Sorry.
I remember when I was a teenager, a buddy of mine went to East Carolina University, and I came down to help move some stuff. We drove down, and we went to Virginia Beach one day, and actually went swimming in the water, and it was like the most amazing thing. I was swimming in the ocean, and it wasn't frigid. I wasn't shivering. My lips didn't turn blue after 15 minutes.
Yep.
And I mean, I've gone swimming
I need
off
to
the
go
coast.
Fix my light situation.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Be right
It's getting
back.
darker and darker.
Pause while Brita goes and turns on her light.
So, but I've gone swimming in Maine in June when the water was like 48.
Oh yeah.
And it's a unique experience to be in water that's like 80. Like this is like a pool. It's like a heated pool.
Yeah.
I-
It gets really warm. And I've been swimming in lakes up north where like up in Canada in the summer where it's like the water's still like ice cold
yeah.
and you get out and the wind feels warm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the one good thing. If you're up, with friends who had a cabin on a lake up in Maine, same thing. You get like an abnormally cold winter and the water would just be it'd be frozen until May, you know, and then we'd go up there Memorial Day weekend, and you know, it may very well be mid-70s, you know, nice and warm, beautiful weather, and then you jump in the water and you're like, oh dear God, I've converted, but not in a good way.
You can't.
Having grown up on the shores of Lake Erie.
Rita is familiar with this phenomenon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come out when your lips turn blue.
Water like that you can't walk into.
No.
You have to jump. There's no.
You won't. You will walk into it at a rate of approximately 1/2 inch of your body every 8 weeks.
Yep.
Oh.
Actually, that one time that Alan took me to Galveston, what was it, May, I think?
April,
May, whatever.
It was when you were here for the NRA convention. So it was April. It was sometime in April.
I don't know.
Late
anyway,
April, early May.
We went to Galveston, and I was like, wow, this is the ocean. And, you know, I walked out into the water. I was fine. Alan couldn't get past his knees.
It was cold still.
Nope.
Everyone else is like, who is this superhuman capable of withstanding cold water temperatures?
Yeah, seriously.
Crazy.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about the surreal situation I have going on at work.
Okay.
State of Ohio has, and this was like last week or something, I can't remember. Anyway, declared that as of June 2nd, the state of Ohio is going to be open, like completely open, like Texas. All the mandates will be dropped.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, and when that was announced, I was thrilled. I was like, okay, God, it's like 3 weeks, I can do it, you know. But then, like 1 or 2 days after that announcement came out, you know, the federal announcement of the CDC said, well, vaccinated people don't need to mask up. And then all of these businesses started opening up and saying, if you're vaccinated, come on in. Don't wear your mask. We're not going to ask anybody if they're vaccinated. It's all in an honor system. Okay, great. So it kind of like created this weird situation in Ohio where we're not supposed to be open yet, except the people who have their vaccine honor system can do whatever they want. But those of you not vaccinated still have to wear your masks until June 2nd.
June 1st is the last day the virus going to get you.
Right? And I'm like, okay. So for the past few days, I haven't been wearing my mask at work. I'm just like, okay, I'm vaccinated. Sure. I mean, we're allowing patrons in without masks on, assuming that they are vaccinated. We're not asking anybody if they're vaccinated. And we have to deal with them. Yeah. But because I'm an employee and I'm not vaccinated, I still have to wear my mask.
How does your employer know you're not vaccinated?
They can't ask you, can they? Isn't that a HIPAA violation?
Actually, I don't know. I got an email today from the director saying that they can ask for proof of vaccination. I don't know what's going on.
They can ask for proof that you were vaccinated against smallpox too.
Right.
You know, like I started thinking about that, and I'm like, I couldn't tell. I don't know where my
there is a precedent for that, because like when you go to school,
right?
They require you to be vaccinated for certain diseases before you can start public school. So,
including chicken pox, which is like what?
That's a new one.
Chicken pox.
In my day, you just got the chicken pox.
Get parties.
Right. Yeah.
You could have chicken pox. Everybody get together and
you
play.
did. If some kid in the neighborhood got chicken pox, everybody went to sleep over at that person's house because you know
get it over with. The younger you are, the easier you have it.
Everybody wanted their kid to have chicken pox.
Just get it, be done with it.
You know, seems kind of crazy now, but
doesn't seem crazy at all.
Gen X, folks.
I know.
I know.
It's older
Was
than
Gen X the
X.
last generation to get chicken pox?
Maybe, I don't know. That's how I got it
Yeah, me too.
from some kid.
It was a birthday party.
I didn't even know who they were, and they're like, "You're gonna go hang out with this kid. They got chicken pox." I'm like,
Okay.
Like, what?
I was like one of the last kids in my class to get chicken pox, and my parents were getting worried.
Oh
Like,
no.
I think it was 4th grade, and my parents were like worried, like, "Oh God, why didn't she have it yet?" You know. And then suddenly, like, some little friend like got chicken pox, and I was promptly sent over that house to spend the day.
Yep.
Go hang out with them. Make sure you lick any surfaces they sneeze
Right.
on. Yeah.
I am
Yep.
getting
Yep.
it, but
Yep.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time. Like, okay, so June 2nd is the magical day. So between now and June 2nd, okay, like, what's going to change?
Nothing.
Fosse's mind. Several times, probably.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
Well, it's just interesting, isn't it, that, we are, 4 months into the Biden presidency? Oh, COVID's done.
yeah.
Oh,
They don't want it to be done.
no, they don't. But if you try to prolong it beyond, I mean, it's already gone long beyond the human attention span, especially the American human attention span. It's already like, oh, that was last year. Everyone's already, that was last year.
Right.
And since this was, pretty much a manufactured crisis,
Yep.
you just stop talking about it and it goes away. And we start counting all those deaths as influenza like we've done for every other year since. And everything goes back to normal.
Well, I don't know.
Yep. They're having
The big warning in the email was Lake County is still in the red. What and
how's a mask going to affect that?
I don't know. I mean, the CDC says, and this is the same CDC that, like, for a year said, "Oh, you gotta sanitize all the surfaces."
Yep.
And now all of a sudden,
follow the science.
Surfaces are okay. Oh no, that's not how you get sick. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Like every virus ever.
Well,
they did that with AIDS too. Remember that?
Oh my God.
Remember how everybody they were talking, "Oh no, you can get it from a toilet seat." No, you can't.
God. No.
Yeah, there's
Speaking of AIDS, have you read the article of Fauci's connection with AIDS?
Oh yeah.
Did you read that?
Oh yeah, he fucked that up too.
Fucked that up too.
Yeah.
Got a lot of money for it.
Oh yeah.
Fucked it up.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. I don't know. Given his track record, I don't know why they dredged him up for this one, because he's got a terrible.
I think he just inserted himself.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he did, but still, damn.
Presented himself as the expert.
Well, he kind of was the expert, because apparently he was the one that's been doing all this. It was through him that it got created in the first place.
Yeah, they finally.
We are getting canceled from YouTube.
Oh God, yeah. Well, they finally admitted that, though.
No. Yeah, it was in the Washington Times. It's been reported in papers that Fauci and the U.S. government funded research at the Wuhan lab
into how to use it as a bioweapon.
Right.
Not like, let's just study this, but
yeah.
Oh, how could this be used as a biological device?
Well, that's all that gain of function is.
They didn't fund the Chinese, or they didn't fund the lab. They funded a front that gave money to, so it was like that plausible deniability. Oh, we didn't give money directly to the Chinese research. We gave it to an entity that would give the money to them.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I don't know, money laundering and the mob, but the
kind of like giving Joe Biden's grandkids $100,000 for a trust fund, right?
Yeah. But
you're not actually bribing Joe. You're just giving his kids some money.
That, Donald Trump was accused of Asian hate for referring to it as the Wuhan virus. and this was, proof that he was racist and blah, 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 blah. And actually, that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
No, whether it was an accident, whether it was intentional, we don't know. Doesn't matter.
It is so a thing now that PolitiFact even walked back their fact checking when they said that it's been thoroughly debunked that the coronavirus was created in a lab.
Yep.
And they just recently walked that back, saying there's lots of evidence that it might have been created in a lab. So yeah. And this was PolitiFact for, know.
And, therefore referring to it as China virus, Wuhan virus, whatever, is not Asian hate. It's not xenophobia. It's pointing out that it's their fault. They did this intentionally.
Sure. Of course it was intentional.
And the way it was twisted and manipulated is going to be studied.
Sure.
In political science classes. Oh, well, there's no question there. They've learned their lesson well.
They had a guy they had some Chinese guy talking about how, China won the biological war.
Oh,
well, that wasn't what I was talking about, Alan.
No, but that's what they said. China won the biological war. They won the trade war.
Well, yeah, and they also landed a lander on Mars too.
Did they though?
Was that a good segue?
Did they though?
I think they might have crashed one on Mars because after the animation, you hadn't heard boo out of them. There's been no pictures. There's been nothing.
Oh,
the one
my
that
God.
had a shadow.
Yeah,
that was particularly nice. Oh, look!
Oh my God. Okay,
that was cute. I mean, that was like North Korean level.
It was.
Oh, that's so darling. Look at them.
The thing that got me, I was like, okay, so they have video of the thing landing. What took the video?
Yes, because they sent a film crew up there ahead of time to catch it. It's Stanley Kubrick.
But CBS News, they showed the whole video. They put an article out as if it was the God's honest truth, and look at how great this.
Yeah.
Look, watch the thing landing on Mars.
Not once did they say it was an animation.
Where's the intellectual curiosity there?
And it was clearly an animation.
Yes, and not even that good.
No, it was a shitty animation. It looked like something from a video game.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was
we haven't heard anything about it since.
No pictures, no nothing.
Maybe they're like, people are on to us. They figured it out. It's not real.
They'll just sweep.
We would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Nothing will come of it. Because somebody was trying to say, well, this is the way Chinese do things. They don't let the information. Bullshit. The minute they have a success, they parade it out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Bingo.
So, when they landed something on the moon, like 2 seconds later, you saw pictures from it, and this has been nothing.
It was cute though. I don't know why that was really so important to them. Like, for everything else,
we're flying a drone around, on Mars.
Yeah, we're flying.
Maybe that's why they're like, they have a drone. We got to get up there too, or at least say that we have.
North Korea's got a city going up on Mars. According to them.
Who's gonna know?
Kim Il-jung is teleporting there weekly.
Who's gonna know? Because Mars is a big place. We could have just landed somewhere else, and they won't know.
I think that's it. We're on different sides.
That's right.
There's going to be the divide in Mars.
It's not that big a place. We've
got
that mapper satellite in orbit around Mars. They're doing, it's basically like an NSA spy satellite orbiting Mars.
We haven't even found Marvin the Martian yet. She'll make me very angry.
Actually, I think I read an article where it was saying something like, where is the Chinese Mars lander?
It's not.
Where is it?
It's not where province.
I don't know.
They've got pictures of the terrain. It's not where they said it was. So it's missing, apparently.
Oh, the rover has returned its first images.
Really?
Reporting from CNN and South China Morning Post.
Okay.
You know.
Is it an actual picture, or is it
Uh,
something they stole from NASA and said, hey, this is one of our pictures?
Who's going to know? I don't know.
Oh,
Right.
goodness.
Well,
We are at the...
Elon will land a Starship there in a few years. And,
He's going to visit personally.
he might.
But not before tanking Dogecoin.
Yeah.
What did he... Oh!
What is that?
Oh.
It's time, fellas.
All
He's got a
right.
show and tell.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this. Oh, where's my... There's the thing.
Right.
All right.
Oh,
nice.
darling. It's a little baby kukri.
It's a kukri.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh. Fancy.
I love it a lot.
Very nice.
It was sent to me by a
That is
blog fan back when blogs were a thing and back when I had friends.
I guess we don't count, Alan.
Well, no, I mean, besides you guys are my constant,
Aww.
but this actually, it was sent to me and it was ordered actually from Nepal. So it's like a real deal.
That's
kukri.
the real deal. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And it's lovely. I've actually worn it at Penzik because it has a little belt loop.
Do you have to peace tie at Penzik? I take that as a no.
No, you don't. Actually, no, I've never seen one at Penzik.
So some places are weird like that.
I know at like Ren fairs you need to, but Penzik, no, because no.
Some you do, some you don't.
I mean, don't quote me. I mean, it could be in the rules that you have to, and I just didn't. But
as a dork, I have been to a number of Renaissance fairs across several 3, 4, 5 states.
Wow.
Yeah, quite a few. Most of New England. And some require peace ties. Some require that they be sheathed. Some require... Some Maryland Renaissance fair, no weapons of any type at all, period.
Wow.
Well, Maryland.
I have a costume sword and dagger. There's no edge. It is functionally identical to
you can beat
rebar.
Somebody to death with it, right? Technically.
But yeah, you can't bring it in,
Wow.
And it's like it part of the point. Like, I kind of get no edged, you don't want people walking around with razor sharp katanas because
you can in Texas.
Well, yes. But now, Alan,
Jay, you need to come to the Texas Renaissance
Big question for so the problem with doing it in a state you can't easily drive through is like the gear's heavy and it's big. And like flying with a sword is problematic.
Alan will lend you his sword.
Loner sword. I love it.
They probably have a loner sword kiosk at the airport by now.
Probably.
At the airport.
Probably. Oh, yes. Alan, question for you. As the resident Texan, is it a Bowie knife or a Bowie knife?
It's a Bowie knife.
Okay. All right. I was curious.
The man's name was Jim Bowie. His name was not Jim Bowie.
But it's spelled like David Bowie.
David Bowie's a British twit. I mean, he's a great singer, and I love him as an artist, but he doesn't know how to pronounce his own name.
But Bowie, isn't that what they put out in the, they put it out in the channel to mark where the boats can go?
That's a buoy.
No, that is a male under the age of 13.
Oh my God.
What? A buoy is a
boy.
The
Boy.
The floaty thing, right? A buoy.
We're making fun of Alan's speech impediment. He's going to talk about acorns next.
No, I wasn't.
or your roof.
No.
On top of your house is your roof.
Roof.
How do I say that word?
Roof.
Climb up on the roof. Yeah, climb up on the roof.
It's a diamond in the roof.
No, that's rough.
Is it?
So, Alan, do you have a show and tell? I'll let Alan go next.
No.
No.
Not really.
What?
Eh,
I went and got a show and tell right before the show started.
Me too.
I got the notification. I was like, oh crap, I need a show and tell. So I went and got one. I know what next week's is going to be, if I can find it.
What?
I don't.
Do you have a cat?
No, I don't have a cat. I'm.
Is there a cat? Show the cat.
Alan. Okay.
Here. Well,
Oh, 2 cats.
there.
I'm not
There
a
you
cat.
go. Show and tell. 2 cats.
They're both asleep.
I
They're
see.
studiously ignoring each other.
Yeah.
They're very, very nice to supervise you.
Yeah. Well, they put up with a lot.
They're making sure you don't leave without feeding them.
Yeah. I don't know how they can sleep through all this. I guess they're just used to it.
Used to your nonsense. What's Jay show and tell?
There.
Oops.
Oh,
It's
Time's
time.
all right. All right. Meanwhile, we hear from Alan's armpit.
Hello.
All right. All right.
I
Jay's
have
turn.
a pocket knife.
Okay.
Hey,
It's a
snippy,
rather
snippy.
large pocket knife.
It's got a good snick.
Steel Will Apostate. I love the name,
Yeah.
Nice.
but it is a nice thick boy. Boy, is she thick.
Yeah.
It's G10 on one side and stainless on the other, which
Oh,
is
wow.
nice because it
Why?
That's a different combination.
for when it's in your pocket.
Okay.
Slides out easier.
Ah,
G10's grippy,
right.
so you hold on to it, and it's decidedly right-handed.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Huh.
Both a flipper and thumb studs.
Nice.
It's all, there's no assist. It's all just the big heavy blade with and this is a bone of contention. Is I pronounce it tanto, but I've heard
Tanto.
it's tanto, which I'm like, that just
Tanto.
sounds wrong. Tanto sounds wrong. But apparently tanto is the Spanish word for crazy, so that's why.
Tonto is the
The Indian in Lone Ranger, yes.
right.
But yes, it's solid. It's a full handful. You can, there's a little serration here for your
Gripiness.
thumb. You get the flipper also forms a natural little guard, so you don't move your finger up and cut yourself, it's really nice. And it's got a great tip, sharp blade. Don't ask, it's 35. Oh, crap. I'm like, my eyes are old. I can't read that. The S35 VN steel. That's what it is. Took me a sec.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard. I think it's about middling on the hardness scale. And
It's a good steel.
yeah, it's like middle of the road, holds a good edge. It's not incredibly hard to sharpen.
Right.
You don't have to do, like some of them, they're really hard to sharpen, but they hold the edge forever. Some of them, they're really easy to sharpen, but you got to do it a lot.
Right.
So it's kind of in the middle. But I like it. It's really nice. You do have to be careful. The clip does stick out a bit, which will grab car doors if you're not careful.
Ah.
Yeah, so
he speaks from experience.
Both my RAV4 and my Ram had nice little gouges right behind the driver's door because I'm an idiot. I get out of the car and I lean up against it and oh, fuck. And then I have to get touch-up paint.
I didn't show the girth.
Ooh, oh man, she thick.
Yeah.
Wait, do that again. I got you on the big screen. Oh yeah,
Yikes, fellas.
that is nice.
Yeah.
You could.
So does that make you like an honorary Gurkha?
You know what?
Well, no.
You could have killed that deer with that knife.
Next time.
Take his head off in one clean choke.
Yeah, or at least cut his jugular.
Carve him up. Get the backstrap.
It was just standing there.
They're tasty.
You could call animal control and you say there's a dead deer in my yard, and then they'd come out and they'd be like, well, half the meat's missing. Where did that go?
I don't know.
He was obviously starving. That's why he was eating my food.
I found it this way. Maybe the cat ate it. I
A
don't know.
coyote got to him.
Don't know.
Oh God. I don't know if you guys are like in your local Facebook groups, for your local area.
Nope.
But
yes, but I try not to read the comments.
I joined the one where I lived up in Mass is hysterical because you would think that they are 3 feet deep in coyotes, the way people are like, I saw a coyote.
Oh my God,
Oh
yes.
my God.
Yes, it's the
It's
same
wildlife.
here.
They're friggin' dogs. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
They're 40 pounds. You can kick them if you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they're wolves that are going to gang up on you and kill you.
Bring your cats inside.
Yeah, if you've got like a little 6-pound yippy dog, yeah, bring them inside. Be careful when you're walking them.
Or don't, and
Get a real dog. But anyway, I'm sorry if your dog can also double as a dust mop. It's not a dog. It's actually technically a member of the
thinks
throw
it's a
pillow.
dog.
It does, but it's
thinks
actually
it's
a
big
member
wolf.
of the.
well, men think they're women and women think they're men. That don't make it necessarily so. So, Did you hear about that? Did you hear about that guy that was the dude that joined that competed in the women's golf team
Yes.
and won?
And now he's going on the LGPA, whatever it's called, golf thing.
LPGA.
Right.
I'm cracking up over that.
Oh God, it's
Is he
so
What's the
infuriating.
term they use? What's the term they use?
Cheating?
No. Well,
Cheating?
yes, but you can't say anything because you're there. There's like
Transphobic.
TFE. No, there's like a specific
Turf.
feminine turf. Thank you, Brita. Thank you.
Yeah.
That you
I
knew
can't remember what
exactly.
it stands for.
I'm
But
unfamiliar with this.
Yeah, it's a radical something.
transphobic.
Radical feminist.
No, trans exclusionary radical feminist. Something.
Yes, there you go.
I guess I'm a turf, but it's
Because
the whole
you think
men thing in women's sports is infuriating. Only because women fought so hard to be able to play sports professionally.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, it was not even a century ago. I think it was in the 70s or 60s where a woman broke in and ran the Boston Marathon
Illegally.
Right. Oh, yeah.
because she's a woman.
And got arrested.
And now all she has to do is say, I'm a man. There you go.
Men are pushing women out of women's sports. It's infuriating.
But it's women's fault.
Well, yes.
It's all women's fault. If
They voted for it.
I blame women 100% because they're the ones that are pushing this liberal bullshit.
I know.
It's their own fault.
Okay.
And,
what are they going to do?
If you say anything, you're unpersoned.
You're a bigot.
That's right.
And what concerns me is it's only a matter of time before somebody gets killed because they're going to push it in a contact sport.
Right.
And
women's rugby, right? There's that one dude who's playing women's rugby as a woman, and he's like twice the size of anybody on his team.
MMA.
Yeah, you already got the MMA thing where somebody died.
Yeah, and it's you can play all the word games you want, and you can I identify as this, I whatever, biology's a bitch, and it will not be denied.
Right.
Yep.
And you take a biological male and a biological female, a low level male in the MMA is going to beat all but like the highest level female.
Right.
Right.
You start putting them on this, okay, you're level 1. I have no idea. My son is crazy about the mixed martial arts. He thinks he's going to be the next Conor McGregor. I'm like, oh, love you, bud. But so I hear a lot of it from him. I've never been one for any sort of pugilistic sports because it's like if I did this in a bar, I'd get arrested. And anyway, but if you were level 1 and you went up against a like a level 10,
Yeah.
Kenjo master, whatever, it would be hard to say who would win that fight. If you went up against a level 10 of the same biological gender, it would be over in seconds. And it's puzzling why this is even a question.
Yeah.
Like why
Cognitive dissonance.
Yeah. Why does anybody even apply? That should be a no-brainer. It's like, no, you should not, because it's not safe.
Even if you bought into the fiction, even if you bought into the delusion that somebody could be, a woman just because they say they are. Even if you bought into that fiction, you could still avoid the sports thing by just saying, look, you were raised in a performance enhancing drug environment.
Testosterone?
Yeah.
Let's just say, innie or outie. Done. There you go. You're an innie. You're on this side.
You can't even do that,
outie.
Jay. You can't. That's they've built themselves a construct. They've built themselves a cognitive distance construct because they can't say the truth. They can't.
Right.
They can't say the emperor has no clothes. They just because it violates their entire worldview.
And they've dug the hole so deep they can't climb out now.
Well, it's like those people wandering around in masks when they don't need to wear one.
No.
I'm sorry. I gotta go.
That is
it's time.
Sorry.
All right.
You guys can continue. I just
no. We'll be back next week. Time's up.
Save it for next week.
Okay.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right. Night, y'all.
Good night.
I also have to go.